Bum, 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 bum. See Inside Maps, an USBORNE flip book. Hi guys, and welcome to a new episode on this channel. Today we'll be talking about See Inside Maps. Hope you enjoyed this episode, and let's get started. Now, what does See Inside Maps about? Well, this book is about these contents. First of all, it talks about what is math into a basic intro, and then we get into meeting the numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and so on. Like Google. No, not the Google we use today on the internet. Google. And then we go into like playing with the numbers, addition, subtraction, multiplying, division. Then we basically go into the measuring and splitting stuff like fractions, percentages, all those stuff. Then we use everyday maths, which we will look in a shopping mall. Then we will also go into math mazes, where you will be challenged to go into math mazes with a few quizzes. Then we go into snakes and ladders, which in my last episode I read to you about this. Is like, well, I'll let you copy it. Well, yeah. And then we go into some math puzzles. That's where we'll end the video. And let's get started already. Right, so what is maths? Well, maths is like the fundamental secret key to physics, science, and even algebra. That is maths, so I don't think algebra should be counted as the secret key of maths, but still, yeah. Now, there is some quizzes, like how many squares are here? There. Alright, let's see. Hey, where's the flipping? Oh, here it is. First of all, there are 1, 2, 3... There are 1, 2, 3, 4 squares in the middle there. And we have 3 squares in each of the corners. That is 12 plus 4, which is 16 squares. Yeah, that's some examples. Also, in algebra, we do this. We show you an unknown number in something. Not the answer of the equation, but something. And then it's like x plus 2 equals 7. What is x? Well, x equals 7 minus 2, which is 5. 2 plus 5 equals 7, so that x is 5. Now, this will be very helpful if you start learning algebra. I always wondered what algebra was when I was a little kid. I thought it was all like letters and numbers, like x plus y equals something, z. I used to think about like it was magic. But then it decided I was at unknown numbers, and it started to get boring. Alright, so these are all the numbers in the world, and also they're so small that they literally went out of the page. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. After 1 billion years. Google 1, Google 2, Google 3, Google 4, enough! When I meant Google, it was like 100 zeros with 1. Where's the flap book here? Yeah, here it is. In 1920, I believe, there was a 9-year-old who invented the name of a 1 with 100 zeros, which was Google. No, not the Google we use on the internet today, and not the Google that you use to search this video, or if you ever use the YouTube app, that is. And yeah. And then we had these numbers right here are called prime numbers. They cannot be split into other numbers like 2 or 3 or 5 or 10, like, yeah, all those numbers. It can be only split up by 1 and itself. It cannot be stacked up like into pyramids, but it can only be put onto one row. No pyramids. These are called negative numbers. Negative numbers are all numbers less than 1. And yeah. And then we get into addition, subtraction, multiplication, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Book, dot. Yeah. Thank you for the extra hand. And then we go into the times table. Sometimes when you memorize the times table, you have 2 same answers. So you can just memorize half of the table. Yeah. Just memorize it. And now these are shapes. There are different types of shapes. Let me show you in another piece of paper. Alright, so the line you see right here, the edge lines, is 1D. That's 1 dimension. It only has length. And now when you flip when you flip the line, you have two lines that are crossing each other. And that will be a 2D. It has length and depth, which is width, if you ask me. Depth will come in handy in volumes, which will be in 3D. And now, in 3D, when we go like tilt it to the side a little bit, we get into some 3D dimensions. Sometimes pictures are illustrated with illusions that makes them look like everyday objects, like this 3D Tintin bottle. You can see that it's 3D because it's out of scale. And this is a 3D because it is sticking out of the book. Now 3D has to have three main things: length, width, and height. What's height here? Height, which is also known as depth. And let's look at these shapes that fit together at the same time. Boom, boom, boom. This is a square. Okay, we're back to square one. And this is a pyramid. You know, like the ancient Egyptian pyramids, they're the same pyramids. And now let's learn a little bit about measuring and splitting, about some fractions. Now, these are fractions. Fractions look like this. There is a number on the top, and then there's a line on the bottom. Line on the bottom. Line on the bottom. Line on the bottom. And then, and below there is another number. The bottom numbers, remember from my fractions books, fraction essays, TED Talks, you'll know that the bottom number is how many parts are there, how many equal parts are there, and the top number talks about how many equal parts of the down number are chosen. That's the simplest way I can explain it here. And then there's this man called Pythagoras, who invented this kind of math called the Pythagorean theorem. This is saying that, let's say that here in this triangle's square A, if you draw squares on each side of the triangle, for this triangle, square A is the same amount as square B and square C. And that was invented by Pythagoras. I guess he was like looking at a structure getting built, and then he saw those things like mathematical visions in the zone. Yeah. And now let's go into everyday maths. First of all, find the criminal. Find the criminal. Find the criminal. Found the criminal? Point to the criminal. Right. If it shows there, that is correct. Now, in everyday maths, math is important every day. First of all, math is important in numbers. Sometimes math can be important for how much you need for a group project. I need like how many bullets to kill like Tintin or something like that.
Discount.
Yeah, like discount was also comes in handy.
GST.
GST. I haven't learned GST I only heard of GST just like yesterday or something. And it's like GST stands for Goods and Services Tax. I never heard of those before, and the last time I remember of listening to it, it's like yesterday. That's because where I was born from, there is no GST. For the United States, people are like, what? I guess. Well, yeah. And, well, now let's just see everyday maths. Let's say that Deadpool wants to buy this 20x gun. But however, and also he has a discount paper, which can use to pay half of his price and get another one free. Yeah. So let's say that this price is €1. Then how much should he pay and also get the other one free? He has to pay 0.50 euros to get this and another free. That is what a bargain, yeah? What a bargain. Pew, pew, pew. And now, it isn't always for maths on discounts though. It isn't always on money though. You can also use it by looking at boxes, how to pack these boxes. How to pack boxes and which line to choose. There's another type of maths. Which one do you want to choose? QA or QB? QA has 2 people in it waiting in line, and QB has 4 people waiting in line. So by just those information, which queue will you choose? Well, obviously you'll choose QA because it is shorter people. But however, the cargo, they have a lot of stuff in theirs. So it is probably better to choose QB. Even though there are more people, they have fewer things that they bought. So it's quicker. Unless they're very bad at mental math, that is. And percentages means a fraction with the denominator as 100. So, like, 70% equals 70 over 100. Yeah. And now let's get into the maze. Ooh. Luigi's Haunted Mansion. Coming up on Nintendo Switch. Alright. So yeah, this maze I already done it myself. Or go downstairs, go here, climb the ladder, come here, go down here, and then come here, go down here. Go down here, come there, as dropped into this hole. Get moved into here, lock this monster off, lock this monster. And then lock that monster. Go in here, choose a door, and then flip out, jump on the mattress, go here quickly, crawl through the air vents, and go here. You're eating my crocodiles, and then you're free. So yeah, this is Snakes and Ladders game. Hopefully you might hear of this, and you might enjoy this. And now, on to the quizzes! Alright. So we're right here, and now some quizzes. Now here's a board game. There is, I bet you don't throw a 6. I bet you don't throw a 6. Now this is called probability. Probability means how probable, how many chances you've got of doing something. Like 0% means that this thing will not likely happen to you. 50% chance means like half, 1 out of 2 chances of doing something, and 100% chance is that you are definitely going to do that. And you have a 0% chance of changing into a spider. This will never happen to you. And yeah. Also, I need a 6 to win. I bet you won't get a 6. Better luck next time. And now there's 1 green ball, 2 red balls, and 2 blue balls. So there is a more likely chance that you will get a red or blue ball. And now there's a 50% chance that the coin will, when it's thrown, it will be heads, and another 50% chance that will go tails. So they're having an equal probability. And now let's try some math puzzles. So here are some math puzzles you can do on your friends. Take a number between 1 and 10, then multiply it by 3, add 4, double the answer, subtract 2, divide by 6, and then take away the number you first thought of. The result should be the answer is always 1. Now let's try it. First, let me think of 2, and then multiply by 3 equals 6. Add 4 equals 10. Double the answer, 20. Subtract 2, 18. Divided by 6, 3. And then by 2, 3. And then I get 1. It is true. And now the second puzzle is this. Take a number between 1 and 10, then multiply by 9. Add the digits of your answer. And then subtract 5. The answer is always 4. Alright. First of all, here it is. Let's think of 5. I want to just do 5. Then multiply by 9. 5 multiplied by 9 equals 45. Then adding the digits of my answer equals 9. And subtracting by 5 equals 4. So the answer as results is 4. I should play these tricks on my friends once. And I want to say before I leave this episode is that this book has a very high probability, 100% probability, that parents will like this and kids will be like, meh, this is very, very awesome. And literally everything is literally like that. There's a 100% chance, or at least I guess 80% chance that will happen. And that there will be 80% chance there will be almost less than 10 likes for this video and less than 10 reviews. So yeah, that's basically it for this episode. Okay. I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I did. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next episode. Shinhan out. Peace!